Yes. Now, all of you can take a few minutes to type down what was revealed to you in your third eye and upload your power manifestation videos, pictures, and answers and experience on social media with the hashtags hashtag Nithyananda, hashtag Bhava Samadhi, and hashtag Kalabhairava. You can take a few minutes to do this. And now let's take a minute to verify the answers. So we'll be projecting it for you to verify. So this is a Murugan temple at Whitfield, Malaysia. It is dedicated to Lord Murugan. And this sacred Hindu shrine in Whitfield, Malaysia is one of the most important temples in Malaysia for Tamil people. And this temple has been constructed with an aim to provide a place for worshipping and teaching religious scriptures and values, and indulging into philosophical activities based on Shaivism and Tamil language. So if you saw anything related to this temple, whether if you saw it is dedicated to Lord Muruga, or if that it is located in Brickfield, Malaysia, or even if you saw Malaysia, and if you saw anything else related to this temple, then that's great. You have manifested the power. So celebrate your manifestation and share with all your friends and all your family members and on social media, so they can also come and experience these extraordinary Shaktis. And with that, we'll now be moving to the next round of remote vision. So now all of you can start scanning the details of this place, which is being predicted. You can scan where this temple is located and which is the deity this temple is named for. So now please chant the Mahavakya and start the manifestation. Chant the Mahavakya intensely, connect with Paramashivoham, connect it with Swamiji, and whatever is being revealed to you in your third eye, you can start penning it down. Yes, now all of you can take a few minutes to type down what was revealed to you in your third eye and upload your power manifestation pictures, videos, experience, and your answers on social media with the hashtags #Nithyananda, #Bhava Samadhi, and #Kalabhairava. So please take to do this. And now verify the answers. So we'll be projecting it for you to verify. So this temple is the only Hindu temple located in Seychelles, and it is located in the town of Victoria. And the name of this temple is Arulmigu Navashakti Vinayagar Temple, and it is named after Lord Vinayagar, the Hindu god of safety and prosperity. So if you saw anything related to this temple, if you even saw Lord Ganesha, as Lord Vinayagar is another name of Lord Ganesha, so if you saw Lord Ganesha, then even that is the manifestation. So if you saw anything related to this temple, then that's great, you have manifested the power. So celebrate your manifestation and share with everyone your experience of the manifestation. And you can enrich everyone else to also come and experience these extra Shaktis and the power of Lord Maha Kalabhairava. And with that, we come to a conclusion of this power manifestation session. And we also come to the conclusion of this program where we have witnessed the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. So I thank all of you who have joined us today for the Maha Kalabhairava Bhava Samadhi Darshan. And I am sure you all had a great experience of Lord Maha Kalabhairava throughout this program. And once again, I thank all of you for joining, and we hope to see all of you in the next programs, in the further events and programs coming up every day at 2 a.m. IST and 4 p.m. IST. And we also have Krishna Janmashtami coming up, the auspicious day when Lord Krishna came down on earth and took birth. So all of you can also join us on the day of Krishna Janmashtami and on in every day at 2 a.m. IST and 4 p.m. IST. And with that, we will now be concluding with the Purna Mantra. So all of you can close your eyes, bring your hands in Namaskara Mudra. Remember Swamiji in your third eye as we chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukar Pranamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam, everyone. Thank you for joining and
వసుదేవ సుతం దేవం గంసచానూరమర్దనం దేవకీ పరమానందం కృష్ణం వందే జగద్గురు. ఈజ్ ద మోస్ట్ పవర్ఫుల్, greatest embodiment of the cosmos, Sadashiva, ever happened in the cosmos, and the greatest devotee of Sadashiva.
If I have to put in one word the life, legacy, message of Krishna, I'll use the word life. Just intense life. It expressed in body as ever youthful. It expressed in intellect as amazing strategist. It expressed in emotion as a most beautiful, pure romance. Essence of Krishna's life, message, legacy is life, intense life.
He is so much in love with life, in romance. Everything was just celebration. Celebrate today whole day. Give vacation for your depression. Tell your mind bye and celebrate. వసుదేవ సుతం దేవం గంసచానూరమర్దనం దేవకీ పరమానందం కృష్ణం వందే జగద్గురు. ఈజ్ ద మోస్ట్ పవర్ఫుల్, greatest embodiment of the cosmos, Sadashiva, ever happened in the cosmos, and the greatest devotee of Sadashiva.
If I have to put in one word the life, legacy, message of Krishna, I'll use the word life. Just intense life. It expressed in body as ever youthful. It expressed in intellect as amazing strategist. It expressed in emotion as a most beautiful, pure romance. Essence of Krishna's life, message, legacy is life, intense life.
He is so much in love with life, in romance with the cosmos. Everything was just celebration. Celebrate today whole day. Give vacation for your depression. Tell your mind bye. And celebrate. 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 Vasudeva Sudam Devam Gamsachanura Mardanam Devagi Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. He is the most powerful, greatest embodiment of the cosmos, Sadashiva, ever happened in the cosmos, and the greatest devotee of Sadashiva.
If I have to put in one word the life, legacy, message of Krishna, I'll use the word life. Just intense life. It expressed in body as ever youthful. It expressed in intellect as amazing strategist. It expressed in emotion as a most beautiful, pure romance. Essence of Krishna's life, message, legacy is life, intense life.
He is so much in love with life, in romance with the cosmos. Everything was just celebration, celebration, celebration. Celebrate today.
Nithyananda, I warmly welcome each and every one of you as we are beginning the very auspicious celebrations for the Krishna Janmashtami, as we are fastly approaching that auspicious time when 5,000 years ago, the whole earth, the atmosphere, the trees, the plants, the animals, and the human beings all celebrated the advent of the incarnation of Parandhama, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And I invite each and every one of you to join us on 5th of August for the celebrations of Krishna Janmashtami this year in 2021. There's a beautiful verse from the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 11, where the translation says, "O great soul, greater than Brahman, the original creator, why would anyone not bow to you? O limitless one, O infinite one, O refuge of the universe, you are the imperishable reality beyond both the manifest and the non-manifest universe." Bhagavan Sri Krishna is the very embodiment of pure love and compassion. And he is the Purnavatara, the very complete incarnation who manifested in all the different dimensions as a king, as a friend, as a beloved, as a son for many people, as a guru, and as a disciple. In all of these ways, he manifested in a complete, fulfilling way. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself describes that Krishna, the life, legacy, and message of Krishna is just life, intense life. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also says that Sri Krishna is the personification beyond any personality, who never gives up on people and playfully and joyfully interacts with every single one, even if they might be adharmic or they might be hypocrites as well in their multi-layered personalities, all in a very joyful, playful way. Krishna Janmashtami is the day that Bhagavan Krishna happened on planet Earth. And Krishna is the greatest embodiment of Paramashiva ever happened on the cosmos. He is the Purnavatara, the manifestation of all the powers described in the Vedas and Agamas. And as the Purnavatara, he descended on planet Earth as the greatest happening that happened, is happening, and will happen. A personality with hundreds of perfect dimensions. For example, a child expressing extraordinary powers is innocence and extraordinary powers. An adult who is beyond body, who does not have even the idea of an ordinary body. He is the greatest happening of the cosmos, functioning inside that small body, but surrounded by millions and beloved by the Gopiya. Krishna was a singer, a dancer, a musician, a strategist, and he was a beloved for everyone. And 5,000 years ago, Bhagavan Sri Krishna walks the planet Earth, and he promised the whole universe at that time that he will appear again and again. And today, at this time of need, Bhagavan Sri Krishna manifests through the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. Krishna expressed as an ever youthful and amazing strategist. He expressed in emotion as the most beautiful and pure romance, and in the dimension of breadth as the amazing artistic expression, and in the depth of the powers that he manifested. Krishna was the courageous leader who stood by the concept, the Hindu concept and universal concept of dharma, the righteousness, to do what is good and what is not pleasant sometimes, and what is the right thing to do, and standing by what is the right thing to do. Krishna is the embodiment of dharma, pure consciousness, a collective integrity. Krishna enacts the whole Leela to establish dharma in humanity. And for those of you who don't know, dharma is clear understanding about Jiva, Jagat, and Ishvara, or self, world, and divine. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna promised, Yadha yadha hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutyanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham pavitranaya sadhunam vinasaya dushkritam dharma samsthapanacharya sambhavami yuge yuge. He promised, whenever and wherever there is a decline in spiritual practice, O Bharat, and a predominant rise of religion, at that time I descend myself to enrich and deliver the truths once again. And just keeping into his promise 5,000 years ago, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism incarnated and is manifesting the energy, expression, bioenergy of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And once again, manifesting as the Purnavatara, first as a son, as a classmate, as a friend for all of his friends, and so many other dimensions as well. Krishna's strategy is Advaita, the space of Advaita. Everything is an extension of me, and whatever I want is already a part of me. That is the resonance of Kalpataru. And Krishna is literally Kalpataru, who is overflowing to fulfill every being's wish in every dimension. Krishna's strategy still works, and Krishna's Gita has no expiry date. The moment you remove enmity from your life and your being and complete with it, one, the other fellow will lose the power, and second, that fellow will become so stupid he may not even need weapons to destroy him. That is why Krishna never took any weapon in his hand. After he ultimately had the idea, just make the enemy stupid. After that, if he carries violence, he will destroy himself. don't believe completing with your violence. If you believe completing with your violence will make you weak, you are wrong. Krishna lived in the space of completion, and he was always powerful. As a single man, he just finished what he wants to finish on planet Earth. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism spoken on the expression of Parandhama through Bhagavan Sri Krishna, how Sri Krishna is the very embodiment and incarnation of Bhagavan Parandhama, Maha Vishnu. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is the Purnavatara who has embodied Narayana, Paramapada, with all his glory, qualities, and powers. And Bhagavan Sri Krishna is the 8th avatara of Lord Vishnu, who is responsible for the sustenance of the universe. And Bhagavan Krishna is the being who first set a trend that the macrocosm can express in the human body, the microcosm, in a full-fledged and in a fully bloomed way. One of the most important messages from Bhagavan Sri Krishna is Karmanye vadikaraste mapaleshu kadachana, meaning do your duty and don't worry about the results. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism beautifully elaborated on this truth, saying that do your duty, don't worry about the results, because always the universe will shower, and you may not be able to handle how the universe will shower right now, but simply you will see how it does. This shloka never means, oh, even if you just get 110 rupee, you go on working for 10,000 rupees. It's not a negotiation. That's not what it means at all. Once Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, one of the great incarnations from Sanatana Hindu Dharma, tells his disciple, another very, very profound spiritual master and incarnation, Vivekananda, you have to go all over the world and teach my message. And Swami Vivekananda is shaken to the core. He shivers and he says, no, not me, not so much Samadhi. And actually, Sri Ramakrishna had actually fired him, means he scolded him and said, how can you say this? But once Vivekananda Swami cognized his responsibility as a cognition, not just his work, the amount of work Vivekananda performed, still nobody has even beat that record. Understand what Krishna says is do your duty, don't expect any results. It's not told from the context that you work for 10,000 rupees. You only get 10 rupee, and you may have to console yourself, not rebel, not feel you are treated unjustly and no injustice is done to you. This is not the context that you should be taking away from this divine teaching of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Instead, you should see life is such, if you work for 10 rupee, you will be showered with 10 billion rupee. But if you think you're going to be getting 10 billion rupee, you need to work for that. You'll be overwhelmed and you will never start the work. That is the beauty. That is what Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, had gifted to the world, this understanding 5,000 years ago in the Bhagavad Gita, that if you just offer your 10 rupee, you will be showered with 10 billion rupees. Because Swami Vivekananda thought it was such a huge result that he has to cause and means so much he has to work for as per his logic, he got overwhelmed about the work. Results are caused by a cognitive shift, not by the work. That is most, for many of us, a cognition which we seriously miss. We always feel that we might have an incompletion about work, but honestly, it's just a shift in our cognition, ultimately, at the end of the day. If you think about the result, you will do the reverse calculation. The effort you put for the sake of the result, you will get overwhelmed about the effort you need to put, and you will never start. And you not having the powerfulness to begin at first is the problem. That is because till the responsibility cognition happens, the logic which calculates 1 hour and $10 will never be understood as jaltu or logic. Only if the responsibility cognitive shift happens, you will understand, hey, this result is I need to cause, need not even be remembered. Let me start moving and I will be in the space of responsibility. There are two states, Ishvaratva and Yushvara. Ishvaratva is taking responsibility and making it happen. Yushvara is getting overwhelmed about the actions you need to perform for the result you need to cause and never more move anything. If you are forced to move, you take a U-turn. And once again, the essence of Sri Krishna's life message, his legacy is just life. It expresses as health, beauty, grandeur, romance, knowledge, responsibility, power in multiple dimensions and in multiple ways, and in life, intense life. Bhagavan Sri Krishna is extremely courageous and bold, but absolutely strategic, and not to waste any resources unnecessarily, even during the wars with the demonic forces. And Krishna is extremely courageous and bold, but absolutely right, and never compromises on dharma. Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivisto matasmritar jnanam apohanam cha vedascha sarve ahameva vedyo vedanta krid veda videha chaham. Meaning, I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me come remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am the compiler of and the Vedas. Sudhama was Lord Krishna's friend and devotee. He belonged to the poor Brahmin family as they grew up. Krishna manifested the Dwaraka, the land of the material pleasures, and got married to Rukmini. On the other hand, Sudhama married a simple Brahmin girl and led a simple life, leaving the worldly pleasures, and by worshipping the Lord, he had children, but due to his asking questions, he never was able to have more. Sudama, being an honest and self-made man, felt ashamed to go ahead and ask his friend for help. And after being insisted by his wife, Sudama decided, okay, go ahead and let's meet Krishna years later, since they had been childhood friends. However, he said, meeting my old friend after having been empty-handed wouldn't feel nice. Sudama decided to carry along a handful of puffed rice. And when Krishna met Sudama, they recalled the time spent at the Sandipani school in childhood, and seeing the splendor, Sudama felt awed. Krishna's hospitality, love, and had made him feel happy. However, seeing him in his grandeur, he felt embarrassed to take out his gifts. And on the third day, when he was staying with Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he said he was ready to leave back for home. And while leaving, Krishna embraced Sudama and asked him to visit again. Touched by his love and hospitality, Sudama thanked him. And while going back to his family, Sudama worded, "What shall I say when my wife asked me? I brought back." As Sudama reached back home, he was troubled what he would answer. But when he went home, he saw literally his entire home had transformed into a palace. All his children were eating and living richly, and his wife was absolutely satisfied, beautiful, and doing more and more service for the whole community. Now, there's a beautiful story, the Atma Pramana of the Supreme Pontificalism, where he literally had the darshan of Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Gujarat when he was wandering the length and breadth of India in around 1998, 1999, 2000. So just around this time, he had a very profound darshan. He said, just as a small baby, as he was described in the Bhagavatam, with a small flute in his hands and putting his hand on his face, all of that utter adorable darshan Swamiji had when he was just more than 19 years old. And please understand, it was not just she was able to transmit that experience into my system as her experience. It is not that when she held her hand, I was convinced that Krishna was there. No, I literally saw him. Clearly, he was there. And the Supreme Pontificalism had a guru. Her name
Vasudeva Sudam Devam Gamsachanura Mardanam Devagi Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. He is the most powerful, greatest embodiment of the cosmos, Sadashiva, ever happened in the cosmos, and the greatest devotee of Sadashiva.
If I have to put in one word, the life, legacy, message of Krishna, I'll use the word life. Just intense life. It expressed in body as ever youthful. It expressed in intellect as amazing strategist. It expressed in emotion as a most beautiful, pure romance. Essence of Krishna's life, message, legacy is life, intense life.
He is so much in love with life, in romance with the cosmos. Everything was just celebration. Celebrate today, whole day.
Yes. So understand this beautiful experience the Supreme Pontificalism narrated was not a simple darshan, but an initiation. It is not that that woman had held her hand and he was just convinced, but he just actually saw Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And Swamiji says, the shock was so much that I just fell at her feet. And I can remember very clearly my falling at her feet of Kuppamal, my first inspiration and teacher in Tiruvannamalai. And just as Swamiji saw Kuppamal, his guru, he saw this woman who had given him the initiation and darshan of Devi of Sri Krishna. And he says, I fell at the feet of the old lady, and I just felt her feet and said, never ever called me as Baba. You are my Mata. And in the worship of Sri Krishna, again, there's a beautiful verse from Bhagavad Gita where it says, the worshippers of the celestial gods take birth amidst the celestial gods, worshippers of ancestors go to the ancestors, worshippers of ghosts take birth among such beings, and my devotees come to me alone. And here, Bhagavan Sri Krishna directly reveals in his own divine words that whoever worships him receives Videha Mukti. And here we have another verse where it says, by dedicating all your works to me, you will be freed from the bondage of good and bad results. Your mind attached to me through renunciation, you will be liberated and reach me. By worshipping Bhagavan Krishna, all the karmas and incompletions from the past births are immediately erased and the space of oneness is achieved. And another verse where he says, when we worship Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he bestows all the abundance and wealth and prosperity and takes beyond all patterns related to the materialistic obsessions and desires. Another verse where he says, but those who dedicate all their actions to me, regarding me as their supreme goal, worshipping me and meditating on me with exclusive devotion or partha, I swiftly deliver them from the ocean of birth and death, for their consciousness is united with me. Bhagavan Sri Krishna liberates us and takes us beyond the cycle of birth and death. We attain the powers of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. And understand, rituals are the need for a physical way to connect with the divine. God is formless, but why do we have the need for rituals? Beautifully, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says, as long as you think you have a body, you will not be able to relate with the cosmic energy. You have to relate with the cosmic body energy only through another body. Only when you lose your body consciousness, you can see the divine also as formless. A ritual helps someone have a regular habit of doing it. When Swamiji first introduced Nitya Dhyan meditation, only 20 to 30% of people continued the meditation continuously for a few months. But the moment he added the last section, the Guru Puja, and ritual helped them decide to have a regular amount of time allotted. The Vedic tradition has some specially designed formulae for tapping the Kundalini energy at this source. There are special rituals which, when done in the presence of the avatar in an energy field, the kshetra opens up the possible gates to experience prosperity, success, health, healing, and relationships by tapping the Kundalini Shakti, or its source. And now let us see the benefits of offering this seva in Adi Kailash. First, any prayer or ritual done in the superconscious energy field enhances the benefit of the ritual thousandfold. Adi Kailash in Bangalore in India is the kshetra established by Paramashiva himself, the supreme power, and installing various gods and goddesses of Sri Krishna. And in Kailasa. And Adi Kailas is the place where literally Bhagavan Paramashiva revealed the Agama to Devi Parashakti. And historically, when Lord Brahma, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu, walked on planet Earth, he organized the Upanishads and revealed them in the Muktikopanishad to his most beloved devotee, Hanuman, under the sacred Kalpavriksha tree in Adi. Now, let us enter into the various different offerings that you can make now during this very auspicious Krishna Janmashtami celebrations that are upcoming towards us. Yes. These are some of the naivedyams that you can offer to Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and you can offer the milk here, the payasam, the ghee here, the nai payasam, the sugar here, appam, adha, the mixed banana, ghee and honey, and the butter as well. Because Sri Krishna is known as the incarnation who just loved butter. And once again, an offering is made out of deep love and gratitude to the divine. We can offer our gratitude to Bhagavan Sri Krishna for manifesting 5,000 years ago and once again in the form of the avatar today, and make one of these very beautiful offerings. And we have the offering of butter. Butter is made traditionally churning from the curds of boiled milk, and the refined product is an essence of traditional villagers' hard labor for a day in Krishna's birthplace of Gokulam. This very butter is what is Krishna come to steal and eat with his friends. The need for making butter isn't something that comes under daily work. We have also the Navanita Seva, where it says that the Lord whose body is smeared with butter and the one who dances for butter. This is the Navanita Seva. This is from the Krishna Ashtottara Shatanamavali. So you can offer this Navanita Seva, the butter seva. The butter pot is a symbol of the Gopika's love for Krishna. When Sri Krishna was a small child, his mother Yashoda would make butter, which Krishna would steal and share with his friends. Seeing the Gopikas would make butter for him every day, and Krishna would come to the house and steal it. Their love for Krishna was such that they would spend all day churning the butter, remembering him to make a pot full of it. And their offering is recreating that same love that the Gopikas had for Krishna, for our beloved Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And this is once again the pramana for the butter pot seva. Navanita Viliptangana Maha, Lord whose body is smeared with butter. And we also have the Andholana Seva. The Andholana is a traditional swing seva offered to Bhagavan Sri Krishna, who is described as the one who dances. The swing oscillates, mirroring the oscillation of our mind. In our Guru Puja, we offer the Manasa Puja, where we say Chanchalyam Manasatha, which means the oscillations of the mind is the offering of swing for him. We have a unique opportunity to offer the swing to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. By offering this swing, we are our manas, mind itself. And it is the surrender of our mind and offering our gratitude where we celebrate the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, oscillating in our lives. We also have the Churna Bhishekam, and as you can see here, we have the Shastra Pramana, and it says the traditional offering of placing the Churna Bhishekam is the traditional offering of various juices derived from the varieties of sweet fruits traditionally offered as a sacred bath onto the deity of Sri Krishna. And the nectar of Krishna's form and story is celebrated with 25 offerings of fruit juices onto the deity of Sri Krishna. It is a spectacular spectacle to witness the celebration of the colorful life of Sri Krishna. And the Kamikagama literally says that milk, curd, clarified butter, honey, panchagavya, panchamrita, sugarcane juice, and all kinds of fruit seeds, parched paddy, products of coconut, water associated with all fruits in perfect kalashas and other containers. With all these substances listed in here, the Guru should simply accept whatever is offered. And we also have the Navanita Tulabharam, the sacred ritualistic offering of butter measured the weight, height, and the deity of Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So again, it says, now Om Navanita Nataya Namaha, the one who dances for butter. This is from the Krishna Ashtottaran Shatanamavali. The butter Tulabharam is the offering of the butter equivalent to the weight of the deity of our beloved Bhagavan. The butter represents the karma phala, that is the essence of our hard work, of our labor. And the Bhagavan Sri Krishna says again and again in the Gita to drop all of your karmas and phala at his feet. And in the Atharva Veda, it says the value of the offering of the Tulabharam, and as well in the Matsya Purana, so much more. In Hinduism, the traditional way of offering is known as Tulabharam, the last sacred act of the offering, an item equivalent to the weight of the deity or the Guru. And Tulabharam is giving for the sake of giving to open us up to receive Paramashiva. Hindu giving is about offering with gratitude, and the highest that we have to receive the best possible, Paramashiva himself. And we also have the Sankalpa offering, which is just $1. This is a very powerful offering that you can make to make an intention, a conscious resolution, and just with the chants, you'll see how it manifests beyond what you thought is your reality. And offering the Sankalpa is literally aligning our straying mind into the empowering declarations with the auspicious will, power, and manifesting energy of the Divine Mother to manifest our intentions into reality and for living an enlightened lifestyle. And of course, on Krishna Janmashtami Day, we'll be celebrating with the Pratyaksha Pada Puja. So anyone should register for this. It says, Yasome gata dikshu dhana pratadnyanch jagadvastu sarvehi kare yat prasadhat guroragni padme manaschena lagnam tadakkim 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 tadakkim, which literally means that if you have everything in the world, if you don't have the grace of the Guru's feet, you simply, all and anything that you have is worth nothing. So you can offer the Pratyaksha Pada Puja and receive auspicious blessings for a strong and intense Guru-disciple relationship. And we also have the Vastra Alankara Seva, where it says, this is from the Krishnashtakam, the Lord who is engaged in playing with Rukmini adorned with the resplendent Pitambaras, garments woven with gold, and he who attracts the scent of Tulasi. I have to you, Bhagavan Krishna, Guru for the entire world. So traditionally, this seva is offered for better physical and mental well-being and healing from any illness. Now we're going to be entering into the offerings of gold. And the enlightenment ecosystem that Swamiji envisions is actually a very shining, golden, amazing city and civilization all over. And Hindu civilization actually thrived on the banks of rivers of gold. The Indus River was called the Hiranyamaya, and the river Saraswati was called the Hiranyavartini. And God is a supreme element, so you can ensure. Temples are constructed and paved in gold, deities are made in gold and decked and adorned in gold, because it preserves the enlightenment energy forever. On this day, you can also offer the Gau Seva, and beautifully it says that Gopa Madhura Ghavo Madhura Yashtir Madhura Shrishtir Madhura, meaning the crowd boy friends are sweet, and his cows are sweet, his herding staff is sweet, and his creation is sweet. This is the beautiful verse for the Gau Seva, and you can offer the Gau Seva to the cows of Krishna, the manifestation of nourishment and removal of any. And we also have the Swarna Pushpam. It says in the Bhagavad Gita, if one offers to me with devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or even water, I delightfully partake. That an article is offered to me. And you can offer a gold coin to last eternally in oneness with the avatar. As you can see here, there's several different levels of the offering as well, so you don't have to feel that perhaps you cannot make it right now, but you can just take one small step as well. We also have the Swarna Tulasi Patram. This is from the Srimad Bhagavatam. It says, Sri Krishna, who is affectionate towards his devotees, tells himself to a devotee who offers merely a tulasi leaf and a painful of water. So you can offer this tulasi patram as well to the one who is literally the adorer of all tulasi patram, and he's always smelling fresh with the tulasi patram. So as you can see here now, we have a summary of all of the offerings that you can make. The Ihundi offering, the Sankalpa, the Go Seva, the Butter Pot Seva, the Andholana Seva, and the Swarna Tulasi Patra, the Swarna Pushpa, the Churna Vishekam, and the Pratyaksha Pada Puja as well. And all of these offerings will be available for you to offer on the Krishna Janmashtami day. But you can register right now and get yourself prepared for Krishnashtami day. So we're slowly going to be coming to a conclusion of this segment in today's program, and understanding all the different offerings that you can make to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Yes. So with this, it brings us to a conclusion of this segment in today's program. And I invite each and every one of you to join us on Krishna Janmashtami Day on August 30th and make this a deep and an intimate experience with one of the offerings.
Vasudeva Sudam Devam Gamsachanura Mardanam Devagi Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. He is the most powerful, greatest embodiment of the cosmos, Sadashiva, ever happened in the cosmos, and the greatest devotee of Sadashiva.
If I have to put in one word the life, legacy, message of Krishna, I'll use the word life. Just intense life. It expressed in body as ever youthful. It expressed in intellect as amazing strategist. It expressed in emotion as a most beautiful, pure romance. Essence of Krishna's life, message, legacy is life, intense life.
He is so much in love with life, in romance with the cosmos. Everything was just celebration. Celebrate today whole day. Give vacation for your depression. Tell your mind bye. And celebrate.